All right, how's everyone doing? Thanks for checking out my channel. So what I want to get into today is, are you reliable? Can people rely on you? Because I see a lot of people throughout my life complaining about other people, what they've done to them throughout their life. It could be in a relationship, it could be at work, it could be who the hell knows what it is, but they're always kind of complaining a lot of times about what other people have done to them, or that they couldn't rely on those people. But a lot of times I don't think they realize how unreliable they are, or were, I should say. And I try to help guys a lot of times with their confidence. And I think one of the things that kind of comes up a lot when they're meeting a woman and it not working out is the reliability factor. I think a woman a lot of times realizes this guy is not reliable. He's not trustworthy, and maybe he is, but maybe he's just not coming across as he is. And this could go for, you know, men with women as well. You kind of find yourself in these situations where you don't trust the other person, right? And there's kind of a fine line there, I think, too, between reliability or reliable and trust. Can I rely on this person? And I talk a lot of times when you're dating a woman, let's say for a guy, a lot of them are looking at you, especially if they're single, and saying, hey, what's kind of this guy really like? What is he going to be like in the future? What's he like if I end up married to him? Is he going to be reliable? How about if I have kids with him? What's he going to be like then? Also, say something happens to me, I get sick and die. Will he be able to take care of my children? Will he financially be able to support, not me necessarily, they're thinking a lot of women, just themselves a lot of times. Not even the kids or anybody else. And, you know, a lot of people, I think, don't acknowledge this, especially when dating. And there's a lot of signs, too, I think, that people kind of blow off when you're dating somebody, especially if you're kind of in the, what would you say, the honeymoon phase, right? Where you kind of, you know, it's hot and heavy and everything's going right. And you kind of know deep down inside, this person's not that reliable. I can tell. Maybe they're a cheater. Maybe they're a liar. There's something shady here about it, but you ignore it. And you kind of keep going further with it, maybe thinking it's going to change. Because I think a lot of times, let's face it, when we meet people, we don't know who the hell they are, even if we're in a relationship with them for a substantial amount of time. Even if you live with someone to a certain degree, it takes a while to kind of really figure out who you're with. Let's call it for what it is. Friends, too. Not just, I'm talking husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends. Friends, too. Let's face it. A lot of times, we don't truly know who we're hanging out with to a certain degree. Yeah, you may go out and go to dinner, hang out, or you got work colleagues or whatever, your friends at work. You have no idea what the hell's going on behind closed doors, right? But I do think we know who's reliable to a certain degree and who isn't. If you're in a pinch, right, who do you really trust? If you're going out and say even you're drinking, is your buddy or your girl, whoever, are they going to be like, no, you're not driving, I'm driving tonight, I'm not going to drink, you can drink. You get in a pinch financially, you know, buddies that'll be there maybe to help you a little bit. You go, I always say, here's kind of a weird indicator. A lot of times, if somebody's in a hospital, right, kind of see who comes to visit you, right, that knows that you're in a hospital. Usually that's a big dictator, I think, a lot of times on not only being a good person, in my opinion, but somebody who's usually, I think, throughout your life that's been reliable. Now, don't get me wrong. You may have family members, friends, and a bunch of other people where it's messy, right, that just come to the hospital because they feel obligated. But it's kind of a lot of times that I realized when people are in the hospital, you kind of get the people that you would never expect to kind of visit or send flowers or message you or those type of things. And you usually know those, in my opinion, are very reliable people. That's just my 2 cents. But back to you, you know, a lot of people, again, always looking at others and kind of judging them, not looking at themselves. I'm just telling you, I talk a lot about people having to be self-aware of their own behavior. If you're somebody having problems with friendships or relationships, and it could be with men, women, it could be with your family members, it could be with your colleagues, you may be putting a signal out there that you're not very reliable, or even if you are reliable, I should say, is, you know, maybe they're getting a vibe that you're not. And that's one of the reasons why people may distance themselves from you. So I just wanted to do a video on this because I think it's something that not a lot of people think about. And nothing is better, I think, and I wrote about this in my book, Wingman, is about becoming friends with women at first, not wanting to hook up with them, not dating them. And if you're around a lot of women or friends with women, because I grew up in the bar and nightclub business, they knew I was extremely reliable. They knew I would never get smashed around them, take advantage of them. If anything, if they got drunk, still to this day, and this could go for a work colleague or anybody, and anyone will tell you this that knows me, if they get smashed, I can guarantee you if they're around me, I'm getting them home safely. And that is somebody that it's just a reliable thing. They're going to rely on me. I'm just telling you. And I think that's one of my strongest, I guess you could say, traits. All right. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up there. I didn't mean to toot my own horn, but you may be one of those people too where people just depend on you. You'll be shocked at how many people want to be around you because they trust you. And if you become interesting, forget about it. If you're a reliable, trustworthy person and you're interesting, I can assure you a lot of people are going to want to be friends with you. They're going to be interested in hanging out with you and the whole shebang. All right? Got any questions or comments, hit me up. My program is at masteringselfconfidence.com. That's a separate thing. If you want to do my image consulting or anything on that, that's richcelenza.com. Please leave a comment or a question, anything you want. Take care.